In today's gaming news, Evolve brings the game of cat and mouse to terrifying new levels, SOCOM's spiritual successor gets an alpha trailer, and a new study says that players are more likely to cheat when in groups. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Force here with your day's gaming news. First up today, Game Informer revealed its February cover, which was going to be for a brand new game called Evolve. This is a 4v1 asymmetrical, thank you Twitter, a multiplayer competitive game. It's from the creators of Left 4 Dead, that's Turtle Rock Studio, and the idea of the game is pretty simple. It's a game of cat and mouse where 4 players start off hunting a single player who's playing as a monster. Now when you start the game, the 4 players playing as the hunters, they have the advantage. They're stronger, more powerful. The monster at the start of the game is supposed to be kind of scurrying around trying to hide and find food to grow in size and strength until eventually the monster will get to the point where it can turn around and become the predator. It's a fantastic idea. Again, it's from the creators of Left 4 Dead, so obviously they've got a lot to live up to, but they've set the bar pretty high with their previous work, so we're expecting great things from them. Now, we've seen nothing but concept art so far and heard nothing but these grand gameplay ideas. How all of those actually come into play, how it all looks in motion, we won't be knowing for quite some time now, but I like the groundwork that they've laid. I like the concept behind it. They're also talking about sort of a Monster Hunter vibe in the hunting the monster once it has grown to its full size. It's supposed to be quite difficult. So, sounds great. I mean, keep an eye on this title. I'll be keeping an eye on this title, and I'll let you guys know as we get more information throughout the course of its development. Next up in news, we've got a spiritual successor to SOCOM. Remember that game you played on your PlayStation, third-person tactical shooter? Lots of fun? I certainly do, and this spiritual successor is looking to live up to the SOCOM name, at least the original one. I think that game kind of got worse as it went throughout. More sequels and stuff. But anywho, the game is called H Our World's Finest. It's from the creative director of the original SOCOM, David Sears, and his new studio, SOF Studios. They've released an alpha trailer showing off some early gameplay. I mean, I loved SOCOM. I've got nothing but incredibly fond memories of those original few games. I had a lot of fun playing them. But I mean, when you look at this footage, it looks a little untuned. Oh, it's supposed to be untuned? Okay, well there you go. It looks untuned, but it's laid the groundwork for a spiritual successor to the SOCOM name. And again, one of those things where it's sort of too early to judge, even with that gameplay footage. Part of it looks a little janky. It's untuned. They told us it's untuned, so we can't expect too much from it. I almost wonder why they even bothered showing it. I mean, this was a Kickstarter game, so maybe it's just all about getting that information out there to the people who supported and backed the project. And last up in news today, a brand new study says that people playing in groups are more likely to cheat. A study published in the Journal of Behavior and Information Technology says that while players playing with strangers in an anonymous environment were more inclined to cheat, the incentive was even greater if you're playing in a social group, your peers, your friends, and they're all cheating as well. So, I mean, it's, you know, this isn't a new concept by any means, the herd mentality, the fact that you're likely to go along with the people that you associate with and do the things that they're doing. But this is specifically looking at players and people's actions in online games, MMOs, for example. And I have to say, yeah, it's true. When you're playing with people who are cheating, you're a lot more liable to cheat. I mean, there's entire crews or whatever you want to call them, guilds out there that I've known in my prior MMO experience where that's what they're known about, trying to find exploits and things of that nature. And not cheating per se, it's not like they're hacking or anything, but being exploitative in an online environment where other people are involved. I mean, in a single player game, whatever, who cares? If you cheat, you're just cheating your own self out of an experience, but it's really in multiplayer games where that can become an issue. I mean, I myself have done stuff in the past. I know, believe it or not, holier than thou Force has done exploitative stuff. I mean, I remember when one of my close friends in World of Warcraft first introduced me to wall jumping. This is something that Blizzard really didn't condone, so much so that they actually eventually patched the ability to do that out of the game. But my friends were doing it, and I was like, that looks really fun. I'm going to do it. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I did it because my friends were doing it or because it was just a heck of a lot of fun. But yes, stuff like that I've done in the past in multiplayer games. Have you guys cheated because your friends cheated? People you've known have cheated? Has that caused you to cheat as well? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. That's going to do it for today's episode of the show. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. Oh, come on, don't deny it. Everyone, you've cheated before, too. I remember back in StarCraft 1, I downloaded a map hack. I didn't say that.